coming on to matters in this country and something of an environmental roundup, Steve Reed, the Environment Secretary, has responded to the publication of Monday's report from the Independent Water Commission, authored by Sir John Cunliffe. Now, Reed said that the government will respond in the autumn, which means that until then, this report really counts for little. But on the regulatory side of things, Ofwat's to be abolished. And of course, it remains to be seen whether the new system will have any merit. Climate change, is, of course, blamed for the water system not working. But the reality is rather different, and a differing reality is becoming a more dominant theme. And of course, we should keep sight of this. Now, as reported by Diane on Monday, Durham County Council has decided, after all, that there is not a climate emergency, and yet the people of that county are, at present, apparently unaffected by this change. So I'll mark this as a zero emergency, one of a raft of failures in the propaganda war concerning climate change. You may remember that last year, Germany's first wind farm, Alpha Ventus, was decommissioned as it no longer made financial sense. We'll call that a wind fail. In the UK, the Public Accounts Committee, by and large, recognised that carbon capture and storage is extremely expensive, inefficient, and a dangerous waste of taxpayers' money, delivering no serious change whatsoever. And back in 2016, NASA research showed that an increase in carbon dioxide has turned out to increase the rate at which vegetation grows, which, of course, would have come as a surprise to nobody who understands what carbon dioxide is actually for. A propaganda fail there. Now, most recently, and the reason for this report is that the BBC are finally daring to suggest that digging up this bit of ground as opposed to that bit of ground might not make much sense in ecological terms. And here we see a piece on the extraction of lithium in South America, which, as the BBC asks sheepishly, is the world's race to decarbonise unintentionally stoking another environmental problem. Now, it's this specific area on which there should be so much more debate, the intentional destruction of the environment in order to protect the environment. And these examples just go to show what happens when you try to obscure the truth. Now, of course, this is an area that Sandy has been looking into for a long, long time. So, Sandy, I'd be delighted to hear your comments on what I would say is the falling apart of this particular narrative.
Well, you're absolutely right, Charles. The net zero narrative is falling apart, and it's been a propaganda lie for many, many years. And I think the more we challenge our councils to drop the whole net zero climate emergency, the better it will be, because they're really under pressure now to listen to us. Because if you like, the cat's out of the bag, and they can't defend this anymore. It's absolutely ridiculous. And the lithium battery thing. I mean, lithium batteries burst into flames. We've got problems with storage and all sorts of things. So absolutely, we have to really fight this tooth and nail.
Super. Sandy, thanks very much indeed. And you heard her. Go out there, fight it locally. Of course, that's the place to start, and that's the place to get things done.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sorry, Sandy. Let's move on then to the